Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Mid-South Wrestling Review. Rodney, we're looking at episode 277. And what date did this play?
It played on December the 27th, 1984. Boyd Pierce and Jim Ross. The Watts family was still out on vacation. So Jim Ross and Boyd Pierce was holding it down. Jack Curtis doing the ring announce. We opened the program with a video of Terry Taylor, something that we had already seen before. But anyway, we saw it yet again. Terry Taylor video, I guess they wanted to better up, I don't know, they wanted to better up Bill or Joel, I don't know, but they had to show it again. This makes about the, I don't know, 14th time or something. I don't know how many times it's been, but we got to see the Terry Taylor video again.
Hey, did you notice that Terry Dykes was in this video giving some type of flowers to Terry Taylor during the interview?
I missed that. Was that the ones where they busted his flowers up?
I don't know, but I do know that she was the one giving the flowers to him.
Anyway, we go to match number one. And there's going to be another theme here. And here we go. It's a tag team match. Buddy Landel and DiBiase facing the North American heavyweight champion, Brad Armstrong, and the man that we just saw his video for the, I don't know, 10th or 11th time. Who's counting at this point? Terry Taylor. Pretty decent match, I have to admit. Taylor finally wins that. Terry Taylor wins it in that match against DiBiase. I wonder in this match, and every, what did you think about this?
I love the double backdrop when they did the double backdrop in this match. I think Terry Taylor is great in the flying forearm, but I don't understand why they put Brad Armstrong in a tag team match when he just won the North American Heavyweight Championship. I don't understand why you didn't make a video of Brad Armstrong. Or could you not took that time to talk about Brad Armstrong winning the North American Heavyweight title? And
it was like that match was forgotten. We just forgot the match. It's gone. It's over. Now, we just got this. Now, we saw who they want to get over. It was Terry Taylor. Yep. Terry Taylor had a video. Terry Taylor was in the next match. Terry Taylor won the next match. Yep. So that tells you all you need to know. Anybody that's been back there and says, well, Brad didn't get over when he's there. Brad wasn't meant to. Take a look at what they did here. Take a look at what they did here. Yep. They have no intentions. Brad didn't even, if you'll notice, didn't even take the belt out to the ring. Yep. And in the match, they didn't even announce Buddy Landel as the Mid-South Television Champion. I don't know if you noticed that. Of course, Jack had that fabulous hat on again. Very stylish. Then we have a video. Can you imagine? Is it the North American Heavyweight Champion, Brad Armstrong? No. It's another one we've seen over and over again. It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who was apparently on vacation as well. Then we come back. It's a great interview. After that sterling match loss last week to Kamala, the Ugandan warrior/giant, was the Iceman King Parson. Now, let me be very clear about this. See, the North American Heavyweight Champion, Brad Armstrong, hasn't had an interview, hasn't had a video. But the Iceman, who just lost the match last week, has a great interview. It's a great interview. Let me just be clear. Yeah. It's a great interview. But here they invested time giving it to Iceman. Brilliant. This was the interview that Master G should have done a few months ago. Exactly the interview. Just beautiful. My favorite saying, the whole thing, was when Iceman said, Akbar just sends hatred all over me. I just love that. And through it, I don't know if you noticed the crowd seemed to be restless. They must have seen somebody coming because they were looking that way, but nobody ever showed up. But yeah, just tremendous. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I thought it was a great interview. I thought when he said they were like peas in the pot, they don't stop jumping till the water gets hot. I thought that was a great part of his interview. Again, though, I mean, what we're saying is true. Jim Ross, Bill Watts, all you people who say that Brad Armstrong could not get over, yet I don't know that you gave him the opportunity to, because, again, you did not give him an interview. So how did you know if he could do the interview or not? You didn't even let him do one. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Look, Bill Watts could have, even if he was having difficulties, Watts had the ability to train, and Watts also had the ability to get a great interview out of people. by telling them and even kind of doing the interview for them in lots of cases. Match number 2, we'll not beat that dead horse again. We'll just keep going. Match number 2, the Ugandan Warriors / Giant Kamala with Friday and Skander Akbar versus Mike Starbuck. Brent, what did you think about this one?
It was just a Kamala match to get him over. I won't say that I thought. I mean, it was Kamala match. I thought it did what it needed to do, get Kamala over.
In the end, it's a double thrust to the throat, followed by his splash on the back, and it's Kamala, the winner of that, with no surprise there. Match number 3. Big Bad Bob Owens, and I'm beginning to understand why they call him bad. Bob Owens and Mark Hill versus the Rock and Roll Express. Brent.
That was hard to watch. It was, and it had nothing to do with Ricky and Robert. It was completely them two guys that they were working against. I'm sorry, they were clumsy. They just didn't. I was glad it was over.
And in the end, it's the double drop kick to Mark Hill and Robert Gibson getting the win in that one. Rock and Roll Express over. Match number 4 steals the show as far as I'm concerned. It's Ted DiBiase and Shawn Michaels. DiBiase, just awesome. Shawn Michaels, the people really want to get behind Shawn. You can see that spark right here in this one. You can see the spark. People starting to say, go, Shawn, go. I believe, and if I'm wrong, just tell me. I believe he should have never gave up. He should have just kept going, keep kicking out. Even in the figure 4, don't stop, never give up, and let the referee call for the bell because he didn't respond. But I would have made him as Shawn Michaels, the man that never gives up, will keep fighting. And even after he knows it's over, he's still fighting. He's still wanting to go. And just a tremendous match, I think.
You know what I thought was good about this match is it showed how much Ted DiBiase, and such a contrast between Mid-South Wrestling and World Championship Wrestling that was on at the time in Atlanta. Here's Ted DiBiase was going to get Shawn Michaels, who had only been wrestling for a few months. He gave him a move where he had him in a chin lock. Here comes Shawn Michaels. He climbs to that top rope, pushes off, and then pins for a 2 count. Right after that, he goes and whips him to the ropes. He comes out with a sunset flip, 1-2. And then when he got back up, he hit him with the inside cradle and 1-2. I thought, this is why Ted DiBiase would have been a great world heavyweight champion. He knew what he was doing. He knew how to get people. He knew how to make his opponent look good.
We're seeing a contrast with the World Championship Wrestling. We're seeing the contrast. We're having competition matches mean something. When you put the Magnum TA things, if we win in 20 seconds, shows that they're not putting anybody with any quality in there. It doesn't put Magnum TA in a very good light, but it makes the promotion look awful. And I understand now, Bill Watts said it on his show, we don't have mismatches here. Kind of they do, but not to that degree. And I get what he was saying. Not probably we shouldn't have said it so much, but he had a point. Mismatches does not help your company at all. If you can't put somebody in there that can defend themselves, what do you do? What have you accomplished? Not much. Now, we go to the next matches. Chavo and Hector Guerrero against Tim Horner and Tony Falk. What do you think about this one, Brent?
Something was going on during this match, and I don't know what was happening in this match, but the people were like going crazy all at once. Was the wrestlers going downstairs to take a shower, and the people were responding to them?
I'm about thinking you're right, because I believe they would have to go downstairs to take showers. Yeah, I believe you're right.
And because they were responding to it, and I was like, "What are the people going nuts over?"
Yay!
Yay! There was no reason.
It's Ricky Morton with his soap and a towel heading to the shower.
I didn't understand it. I thought Tim Horner. I'm telling you, this showed why Tim Horner was so great. Yes. I mean, he was spectacular in this match. The arm drags he was doing, and then he did that little reversal arm drag on him, and it was tremendous. And by the way, did you see who was picking up jackets during this particular show?
Who was that?
Oh, Dave Hightower.
Dave Hightower. Yes, I did
picking
see
up
that.
James.
He sure was. In the end, it's the Guerreros winning with the cannonball maneuver from the second rope. Hector Guerrero had Tony Falk held in like I guess you'd call it a full Nelson, and then it's Chavo Guerrero coming off with the somersault flip onto Tony Falk, getting the win as the Guerreros over Tim Horner and Tony Falk. Match number 6 has the Sheik Hercules Hernandez with Akbar against Mike Jackson. What did you think about this one?
Oh, it was a good match. It was and they did it. They did it good. Mike Jackson didn't need to do anything to him. Hercules is just too big for him to be. People believe that he could do anything to him, and I thought it was good. And Hercules Hernandez, they just missed the boat when they went to WWF. He could have really drew him a lot of money, but they saddled him with that Hercules. I mean, I know why they did it, but they just wasn't good.
Yeah, it was kind of like Brad Armstrong being the North American champion. Anyway, so.
Hey, I thought you said you weren't going to do that again.
Did I mention that again?
Yeah, you mentioned it again.
I'm sorry about that.
Hey, by the way, before we go off the air here, I told everybody last week that I would share a Mid-South Wrestling patch with them that everybody's eventually going to have to wear on this show. And so I will share that.
Hey, in pristine condition at that. Look at that.
Yeah, there it is, the Mid-South Wrestling patch that everybody had to.
Old North American Championship belt on it. There we go.
Yeah, but a very nice little patch, and held on to that for over I don't know how many years is that now? 30 years ago now?
Yeah, 36 or something like that. In the end, Mike Jackson gets dropped throat across the top rope, and then it's Sheik Hercules Hernandez with the Shinnomaki, and of course. We move on now to match number 7. It's Jack Victory against Butch Reed. Reed, he really is. He really is awesome. I have to admit it. And I think we're seeing again another person come out. Come out of this shell. And I'm talking about Jack Victory. I think if he would have been just a little bit more aggressive in the match, of course, I'm sure that they didn't want that in this particular event, but Jack Victory could have easily have been put with Buddy Landell and have been a tremendous team. Let's just be honest. Victory was great. Now, I'm not saying that VC is not a good partner. He's a big Jack Victory and Del VC also a great tag team, but Jack Victory in this showed me something. Yeah. And in the end, it's Reed with the Gorilla Slam, then he comes with the flying shoulder block.
Well, he almost didn't get that big boy up.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? He made it. And I'll tell you, if you'll notice, it was shades of Gordon Soley, as Jim Ross is saying, and it's all she wrote for Jack Victory. I love that.
Did you really, on one of these matches, Jim Ross made this statement that the ratings had come out for Mid-South Wrestling, and 1.5 million fans watched Mid-South Wrestling each and every week.
That is great. Absolutely. Anybody would like that. And you're talking about what? 4 states. 4 states, 1.5 million. You can imagine they had a national audience. Soon they will be on TBS, and they do tremendous ratings there. But then they hand it over to Jim Crockett Promotions. In this, they also announced that Jake the Snake Roberts would return right back to the Mid-South, and then they end the broadcast with a video of Butch Reed. And he's a former North American heavyweight champion. Butch Reed, former North American heavyweight champion. Butch Reed.
And he actually held that title. That's in that.
That's right. That one there. Yes.
Well, we could say more about the Brad Armstrong thing, but we'll just
we will. Go. And I can tell you, I think they have more tag matches in store for the North American champion.
Well, we will talk about that more, Rodney. We're at episode 278. For Mid-South Wrestling. I think that will be the January edition of 1985. So
that will be the beginning, the first one of 1985. And we're going to be seeing some, in 85, things really do come alive. And I'm telling you, we're going to see some more talent, some more great talent coming in, some people that had not been there in a while. And we're going to see the Dirty White Boys who were actually there before as the Grapplers. steadily as we get into 1985.
All right, folks, if you enjoyed this program, give us the big thumbs up. And that lets us know that you like what we're doing. And subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when we're going to upload more content right here on Pro Wrestling Inside Now. On behalf of Rodney West, I am Brett West, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Mid-South Wrestling Review.